Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the Autistic Gamer, and welcome to a new blog welcome to a new blog I've gonna make. Now, this isn't like an update thing. Well, first of all, apologies for the sound. My fan is on because it is warm out there, and I have shut my windows just to mitigate some of the sound that's outside. But yeah, so welcome to a blog. This isn't an update video. This is just, well, as you've seen from the title. I thought while I've been not making many videos, any in fact, I've not been doing much. I've had time to think, and I've been thinking a little bit about my autism. Now, no, it's just like don't now don't get this the wrong way, folks. I'm not in a depressive mood. I'm not depressed. I'm happy with a lot of things I do, but one thing I'm not kind of happy about, just to get it off my chest, is the way I've heard certain people with autism get treated by people who should know what they're doing with autism, and by other people who probably don't understand. But I'm gonna go down a certain list, right? And I'm gonna say how my autism affects me with those certain things. Now I know what the deal is with autism. No two people are the same. I know that. Some people might have similar problems to me, but it affects them in different ways. That's the way autism works. So I'm I'm not expecting this to be a helpful video. And don't expect people to go, oh look, this is what he does. Maybe this will how we fix it. No, it's probably my intentions are to give you a better understanding of like the potential mind of an autistic person. It'll help me with if some people watch this and then have to deal with me in the future, then you've figured out. Then watching this will help you. Will help that person or anyone better, much better, because then you know how I'm going to act. But it may help a little if you watch this for someone else when you're having to deal with someone else with autism. It may help, might or not help. I don't expect it to. So, but I thought I'd make this video anyways. So, I think, let's say first on the topic is how in everyday life does it affect me? Now, it doesn't it makes certain life situations a teeny bit harder, but I mean, as long I've been fighting, it's like, what's a good thing I do that could be a good example? As you know me, I'm a bit of a chubby lad, a chubby guy, unfortunately, and I don't really do very much. I used to do not do much exercise, but up until recently. Now, what I've been doing is I've signed up with. I'm with this current autism. What's the workplace? Not workplace. It's people who know me will know what exactly I'm talking about. The place is called Number Six, and it's designed to help, and it's based to help people with autism, either with certain things, or just to get them, even if it's just, but they also do certain things like maybe go out, help them tie down a job in the workplace, or to socialize, or to help them with other bits and bobs in life and such, and also as in to gather up and maybe help socialize with other people. And they do a lot of activities, and one of the activities is one I still currently do. Is I go to a football place with a bunch of other people from the place and go to play some five-side football. Now that was fine until the numbers started to drop, and instead of doing it like 2 times a month, it's now once a month. And It was fine mostly when it was 2 a month because I was still at college at the time, and I was still at college at the time, and I was still getting a bit of exercise as well, walking around, and that was just to help. But pardon me. But since I've stopped going to college, and since that's dipped, I wasn't getting really much exercise. And the problem with me is, and I wonder if this will also help, certain incentives to help with someone with autism. Now, over a year ago, now as you've probably heard of a previous video on my YouTube channel, I'm a supporter of Hibernian FC. And one of their community, the Hibernian Community Foundation, I believe that's what it is. I believe that's who started it. I'm not entirely sure, but something at Hibs started this thing called Fit for Life. Once a week, you go down and you can do exercise classes at the stadium. Now that's a pretty big incentive for me. Go train at a club I love, at a ground I love, and generally meet some people. I mean, the people I currently do it with are a bunch of great people. I always have a laugh when I go, and they always encourage me. They always encourage me to keep going, even when I'm exhausted. They keep encouraging me to keep going. And pardon me. And that's most of the thing. But you could say that's probably not enough. Well, as some game YouTubers are, if you're a fan of Pokemon and you have an Android or iOS phone, you have Pokemon Go. Now, back in the autumn, I recently upgraded my phone and I moved back to Android from Windows Phone that's now dead. But I moved back onto an Android device. That meant I could get Pokemon Go. Can you guess what I've been doing sometimes in my time? Yep, I've been going out on big walks, go catching Pokemon. That's a very good incentive. If you have a kid who's not doing much exercise but likes Pokemon, I understand it may, with certain internet data usage, it might cost you. But I would consider, if I was giving you a tip, I would consider giving them that. That would give them an incentive to go out and explore, go out and about, get some fresh air, get some daily exercise, or get some exercise, and see what Pokemon they catch. I mean, I've caught over 300 Pokemon since the autumn. We're in spring, and I've caught nearly 300 Pokemon, 140 of which are from the Kanto region, Generation 1. And I honestly say it's a very good incentive. It's got me out doing lots of walks around. I have like a certain route I'll walk. It makes me walk. I go down towards Uni Canal. I walk along, I'll walk along towards the Water of Leith. I walk along the Water of Leith a bit, and then I head back here. Quite a big walk. I occasionally do Hatch Eggs, and I have walked into town from here, and that's like a 4 or 5 mile walk along the Twisted Canal. So, and that was a pretty big accomplishment for me because I've never done something like that before. And I've walked back from town as well with a friend of mine, which was nice. But sort of incentive like that could be what most people need. Most people with autism need certain incentives to get them doing it. It's worked with me. I'm not saying it will work with everybody, but it may work with certain people. They may not need as big an incentive, or they might need a bigger incentive, or whatever you say it. But giving them something to make them do it, giving them something fun, like maybe Pokemon Go, or maybe there's something else. An incentive might get them to do certain stuff, if it's, exercise with me, or going places and such. And it's kind of it. That's kind of it in terms of getting somebody motivated. I guess that's the only thing I can say about in terms of that for motivation. That's kind of it. Motivation. This first bit. Now here's and moving on. Getting certain autistic people to, with me, yeah, you know how you have you know you got sensors on your body to touch, taste, and smell and sight. And with me, I have a bit of problem with them. Occasionally, it comes off as a bit. It's bright outside here. I got shine in. The camera's not helping. There we go. Certain senses with me, it does cause a problem occasionally, but it's nothing major. But what I mean is, let's start with touch, because I can do with that. And we'll go with fabrics. As you can see here, this is just a plain old t-shirt. I've got no problem wearing it, as are the shorts I'm wearing right now. I've got no problem wearing them. However, when you introduce, but once I feel certain fabrics, I can't really say because I don't really have, because of that, I don't really have certain fabric to demonstrate it with. I don't have a fabric to demonstrate it with. So it's kind of hard for me to really feel about it. But some fabrics I don't really like the feel of. I can't really explain it. It's just, I don't like the feeling. And makes my, if I touch it with my hand, it makes my hand go funny, and I don't like that. I guess that's the best explanation I can give for something like this. Is that it makes my hand go funny, and I don't really like that when certain fabrics do that. And when I mean fabrics, I don't mean like clothes fabrics. I mean it's anything from bed sheets to even like stuff like carpets and that. Certain things will set me off. Will set it off, and I won't like that. Now, moving on to smells. Certain smells I don't like, and certain smells I don't like. And when I mean certain smells, I don't mean like certain smells, outdoor smells, like grass, the fresh air, the flowers, and stuff like that. They don't bother me too much. In fact, not at all. They don't bother me. But when you get a certain pungent smell, as in maybe it's I don't know, maybe it's certain foods or certain stuff that give off a certain smell, I don't like. It sends my nose a bit weary. It sends me a bit weary. It's like when I say my hand goes funny when I touch fabrics. It's kind of the same. I kind of go a bit funny if I smell a certain smell, and I just don't like it. It's not a major problem for me as such, or I don't think it is anyways. But for other people it might. Taste as well. I mean, I don't like certain foods because I don't like the taste. But I still have enough of my diet to at least it's like, it's not a case of, oh, I don't like everything healthy. I mean, I eat carrots, I eat bananas, I eat apples, I eat grapes, I eat corn. I do eat healthy stuff. They've not stopped. My autism's not stopped me from having them. I mean, it's narrowed down what I can have because I don't like many stuff. But there's enough of a variety that it's not a major problem. Now you could try and get me to try a new food. There's just something that works in my head that I can't seem to push against. It's like, okay, I'll just try that. I'll just try that. I'll just try that. Something's stopping me from like doing something like that. I mean, I can try, but something's whirring in my head that stops me from doing it. It's something I can't really explain. Sometimes I can actually push it back, and I can try it, but most of the time I can't. And that's the big problem. It's like most of the time I can't fight back the urges. It's like I want to try something, but something's stopping me from doing it. And I go on that subject of wanting to try something new, but something's just holding you back. It kind of goes on. This also for me stems on the fact with TV shows, cartoons, games, and movies. You can say to me, "Oh, this is good," or "This is good," or this is good," and maybe I'll try. I try sometimes to try and watch new stuff. Like here, perfect example. Sonic Boom. I am a Sonic the Hedgehog fan, as you can no doubt tell behind me. But I was struggling to watch Sonic Boom when it came out. And I'm a Sonic fan. I was looking forward to it. Why would I be struggling to watch it? It's not because... And I've said I've enjoyed Sonic Boom. But now you're probably thinking, how could I have enjoyed it if I was struggling to watch it? I think it was something to do with my autism. It's something was trying to stop me from watching it. Just like sit down, watch it, and such. It's always like do something to like ease my nerves. It's like sometimes, just out of random, I'll just somehow get up and start walking, just to try and calm it. Or I'll scroll down past, if I'm watching on my computer, I just scroll down past so the video just like starts to disappear and I only see margin lit. Or on my iPad I just put it into a small box in the corner to try and ease it. I mean, so it's like you can tell me this program is good or any of these. I'm gonna stick up a bunch of images now of people of programs that people say are good towards me or just in general from videos I've seen on YouTube. Generalization of stuff people say are good, you should go and watch it. But there's something in me that's it's like I can't. This is again another instance where it's hard for me to explain. It's something stopping me from doing it. I mean, I've done occasionally, both like with Sonic Boom. I've managed to fight back and at least watch it. But for most of them, if it's brand new, nothing familiar to me, it makes it hard for me to go and watch it. If a movie, and it's the same with movies, flash up pictures of movies, you can tell me these are good, but it's whether I can get myself to watch it. You tell me these are good, and you need to go watch it, but it's where I can get myself to go watch it. Is another point. And it's brought me up to this. And when I was thinking about this, it came up to the back of my mind. As some of you may know, Sonic's getting a movie next year. And it's come on to the fact is, am I going to be able to go to the cinema and watch it, or am I going to just not be able to fight against the thing in my head that's stopping me from doing it, and just I'm going to wait for it to come out on DVD or streaming stuff just to be able to watch it, or am I going to be able to go to the cinema and watch it as soon as it comes out? That's kind of the stuff that I think about when I keep saying this. It's like, oh, Sonic, but all this cinema stuff. You could be thinking I'm thinking too much about it, but I'm thinking ahead of how I'm going to react. And people tell me you shouldn't really think too much about it because it's going to make your head spin left, right, and centre. But I also think if I'm going to combat it, I've got to think about it and try and fight it. I tell you the thing, I've got to try and fight against some of these urges to at least try and open it up. Say like, if eventually down this line this channel gets popular and I start doing and coming out of lines as these people want to lend me something to go and do it, It's whether I'll be able to do it. Maybe the incentive of doing stuff for you guys might do it. Might just do it. Go back to incentives. Doing that might just make me play a game. I mean, recently I found a copy of Metal Gear Solid. Sold price there. At a shop I've heard how good Metal Gear Solid is. I've seen playthroughs of it from YouTubers I've watched. But it's sitting down to play it. Now, I eventually managed to sit down and play the Batman games. I've sat down to play the Mega Man games eventually, as the Star Fox games. As well as the Star Fox games I've been able to sit down and finally play. So as you can see, I've done it before. Been able to push myself and actually play the games. But it's whether certain games are a step too far and I need to fight myself further. And it's the same with movies, it's the same with programs. Or cartoons, cartoons to be more specific. Something stops me from going to watch them. And occasionally I win, occasionally I don't. Occasionally I win, but most of the time I don't. And I can't, sit down and be able to watch stuff like that. I won't be able to do stuff like that. And that's just, I mean, you could be saying I'm now starting to go off on tangents, but I really want to try and help people. As I said before, I don't know if this will help, but it gives you an insight, it gives you a bit of a look to see how a mind would work. So yeah. Also another thing, going back to the incentive things. This channel. I back at the Classic Sonic Marathon. I was pushing myself to get that done. Now, as you've seen right now, my channel, as of right now, my channel has very low subscriber counts. I have to fight with myself occasionally just to push a video out, which is kind of why I've been having this long a stint. The fight to try and push myself to get something going, because right now I haven't had the fight to go make a video, because I guess you could say the incentive isn't there. There's right now the reward for putting out isn't worth the fight that I'm having right now. That I have of the fight that I have occasionally. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with you guys. It's just nothing wrong with you people. You come watch. You watch these videos, and I'm grateful for it. But there's just not enough people that's watching it. That's making me push myself. And that's the real bummer about it. About this channel is why it's stalled occasionally. It's because of the incentive isn't there, the reward isn't there, and it's not worth the fight I occasionally have. Sometimes I have been able to push it out and make the videos, but most of the time I haven't. Now, as I say that, I am making a video right now. The incentive for me is I pushed this video out and I've been able to express myself about my autism and stuff and how it's affected me, and maybe give you an inside clue of how an autism mind might work. That's the incentive of me there, and why I've been able to do this. And I've been thinking about doing this for quite a bit. For at least, I don't know, like a few weeks now I've been thinking about this, and now I've been able to do it. So that's the thing. It's I don't really know what to say now. Going out by myself to do daily stuff, it's not a fight for me right now. It's not a fight. If it's for family or friend, I'm able to go out, or for myself, I'm able to go out and do stuff like that. I'm able to go out, I'm able to get what I need. Maybe sometimes a bit nervous in certain places, but I pull through. Large crowds used to be bad for me. Occasionally they do still, but most of the time they don't. I seem to have fought back that urge. Occasionally it comes up, but most of the time it doesn't. And going places. Well, going places about on myself. Kind of struggle when you don't have much money to do stuff. Like, I want to go out and do certain train journeys. I can't really do much of that if too many stuff come out that I want. I can't save the money. I can't save money to like just have myself have a day out. So that's got nothing to do with incentive. That's just me money wise. But you get the point. So I guess that's really all I can say about this matter. I think I've covered it all. I've covered motivation. I've covered incentive, motivation. And I've talked about the struggle to try something new or to just watch occasionally something that you think I wouldn't have problems with, but do. And all that stuff. If you have any questions about it, comments down below. You can comment down below. I'll try and reply with the best answer I can give. And if you're watching this with autism, find this kind of helpful, you can't find this kind of helpful, then I can say I hope I did my best. I hope you hopefully find something in there that's helped you. But if you've got a question, post in the comments below. I'll try and reply as quickly as I can. And I'm the Autistic Gamer. And I guess I'll see you whenever I can make another video. See ya!